Hello, my name is Charlotte. I am filming this because if you have experience of recovering from an eating disorder, either you are in the process of recovering or you've come out the other side, but ideally middle to end recovery. I have some questions that I would really like some answers for. I have personal experience of recovering from an eating disorder. I am currently writing a book that will hopefully provide a bit of comfort for people who are in recovery, who are maybe thinking of recovery, and not so much as a self-help guide, but a book with a collection of things people have learnt in recovery, all that sort of thing. It will have illustrations of analogies that I've been told over the years, a couple of other little illustratory bits, so it'll be quite a relaxed, comforting book, hopefully, to have. I don't want it to be a sort of how sick I was type novel, because I know there's quite a lot of those out there and I don't think that necessarily helps people, because everyone's recovery is personal to them, and whilst I will have some background information about my experiences, I don't want it to just be about me, because I'm one person. There's millions of us that have been through this journey. So I have some questions, and if you'd be able to answer them, I would be really, really grateful, because I really want a chapter of questions and answers that just prove that recovery is a good thing to do, because often it will feel like the complete opposite. So the first question I've got is, what piece of advice would you give to your past self? So this isn't what piece of advice you would give to someone else, what piece of advice would you give to you from years ago? So it can be as personal as you want it to be. All answers will be anonymous. What thing has recovery given you? Your proudest moment? I've already read some of these answers and I did have a little cry because it makes me really proud. Something you've learned about yourself from being in recovery, and a piece of advice that you would give someone questioning recovery. So this is less about what you would have told yourself, but more that you would tell someone else. Your favourite piece of advice that someone else has given you. So for me, I have certain pieces of advice and analogies and things I've learned in therapy that I constantly think about. Some of them I'm illustrating for the book, which is why this one in particular I would love, because if there's things that people have told you and I can kind of visualise them, I'd really like to be able to illustrate them for the book. And finally, you might not have an answer for, but I know a lot of people do use creativity in their recovery. So if you have a favourite motivational song, then I would love to be able to create a list of people's motivational songs, because not everyone has them, and sometimes in the moment it's hard to think of things that make us feel better, and how music is something that does help most people. So hopefully by having a collection, because if I just gave you mine, then you might not like my music taste. So hopefully if I've got a collection of multiple people's favourite songs, then there's something on that list that you might feel a little bit inspired by or motivated by too. So if you have answers to those questions, I would really appreciate them. I can either be emailed them at hello@charlottecree.co.uk, or you can send them to me on social media. I have an Instagram. My Instagram is ccree_art. I have a Twitter account, which is Charlotte Cree Illustrations, and yeah, that's probably the easiest way. If this is going up on YouTube, then also feel free to comment below your answers. All answers will be in the book anonymously. There won't be any names involved, but the question and answer thing I would absolutely love, because I don't think that really exists anywhere, to get a completely varied response. especially if you fall out of the bracket of sort of 18 to 25, and I'm not saying that is not important, but most people, including myself, that I know fall into that bracket, and so I would love to have responses from people that are male, people of colour, people of different ethnicities, different social status, yeah, and definitely different age ranges if possible. So also please feel free to share this video if you are someone that has a larger following of people going through recovery, because I would just love as many opinions and answers from people as possible, because I don't want it to just be about me. Anyway, thank you for listening, and yeah, thank you.